The black widow is a name associated with the females of one of the types of spiders that kill their partners after mating, but today we will see together a black widow from humans. In 1999, in a small town called Wheatsport in New York, there is a girl called Ashley Wallace, 11 years old, who lives with her family consisting of her father, Michael, and her mother, Stacy, and her younger sister, Bree. Although she loves spending time with her mechanic father, her relationship with her mother is much stronger. The girl says that she sits with her mother for hours, talking together. In November 1999, Ashley had no idea that the relationship between her parents was very tense and that her mother was seriously considering divorce. Her mother had even obtained a lawyer's number from one of her friends in order to begin the divorce process. But at that time it was holiday season, and was not the right time for this step, so she postponed it until the beginning of the year. But Ashley began to notice that her mother was becoming aggressive, and she said that things had changed. And Ashley became closer to her father. In December 1999, Michael suddenly felt ill. He was complaining of constant dizziness and spent most of his time in bed, and when he went to the doctor, he was diagnosed and treated for an ear infection, but the truth is that Michael was exposed to poisoning. On December 24th, Christmas Eve, Michael went to visit his mother. His sister said that his hands and face were swollen, and when she asked him about it, he said that he was suffering from a severe cold. As the days passed, Michael's condition became worse, until January 11, 2000. Ashley arrived home and her father was lying on the sofa, where he lies most of the time over the past weeks. Ashley adds that she sat down to watch television, but her father made a strange sound and suddenly raised his hand up and then lowered it. This was the last time Michael moved. Michael was taken to the hospital, but it was too late to save him. The doctors declared his death from a heart attack. His wife, Stacy, was asked if she wanted an autopsy, but she refused. Ashley added that she did not understand why her mother did not shed even a single tear over her father's death. Now you have the perception that Stacy was the one who killed Michael, but the most important thing is what will happen later, as it will really amaze you. Now, Stacy is a widow, a mother of 2 daughters, and inherited her husband's life insurance worth $55,000. After renovating the house, she took the girls to Disney World and the fun mother they were used to returned, but the girls noticed something new. Stacy started talking to people over the internet and was always busy. In 2001, Stacy met David Castor, a man who lives a luxurious life in New York. He owns a heating company and is recently divorced. David became attached to Stacy and felt that she was a loving mother, but the girls did not accept David. In 2003, David and Stacy got married and their marriage was a surprise to everyone, especially since no one from David's side attended. Then Stacy and the girls moved to David's house. In the beginning, the couple's relationship was very good, and with Ashley's graduation, her relationship with David improved, but his relationship with her mother began to become tense. In 2005, after 2 years of marriage, a strange call came to the police from Stacy. She said that David had locked himself into the room since yesterday, and she is very worried. She added, "On Sunday at 5 in the morning, we were arguing and the situation between us got tense." The police asked Stacy about the possibility of David hurting himself, and she said that on Friday, after a fight, Stacy told David that she would take the girls and leave the house, and David threatened her, saying, "If you do this, you will regret it." When Stacy told them that his father had died a while ago and his psychological condition was not good, the police went to the house, and when the police arrived, they broke the door and entered. They found David lying on the bed with a cup next to him. Inside it was a green solution, and on the floor was a can of antifreeze liquid that is used for cars. The police announced David's death, and it was clear that he had ended his life with a dose of antifreeze liquid. One of the investigators was not convinced because he found in the kitchen garbage a plastic dropper that is used to draw or inject liquids, and it contained a green solution. He wondered about how can it be in the kitchen if the door is closed all the time. Stacy was taken to the police station for investigation, and she called Ashley to tell her that David had died. Ashley was shocked because David was like her father, so she felt like she had lost her father twice. No one knew that this devil mother was behind everything that was happening. The police could not charge Stacy, so she continued her life normally. David had left a will stating that he left all his properties to Stacy. What is strange is that he did not leave anything to his son. Stacy started to take girls on many trips and get close to them. In 2006, the result of an analysis of the green solution that was found in the garbage was issued. It was antifreeze liquid with traces of DNA belonging to David, and the cup that was in the room next to David contains 3 fingerprints, all of which belonged to Stacy. Here the police confirmed that it was a murder, but without a confession or witness, the police would not be able to accuse Stacy. Things remained like this until 2007. The police asked Stacy to come to the police station to answer some questions for the purpose of closing the case. They told her that they had conducted tests on the body of her first husband, Michael, and the results of the tests showed that there was antifreeze in his body. Here, Stacy felt very nervous, so the investigator interrogated her in an intelligent way, but Stacy refused to answer him, and here the police obtained permission to eavesdrop on her calls. At this point, Stacy became certain that the police knew that she killed her husbands, but what could Stacy do to hide her crimes? Here is the shock. After a week of investigation on September 14th, the police who were monitoring her phone heard Stacy calling 911 and requesting an ambulance because her daughter, Ashley, had taken prescription pills. When the police arrived, Ashley was fighting for her life, and her mother was explaining to them that she found next to Ashley some pills, a bottle of vodka, and a letter. The message was, "I love you very much, Mother, and I am sorry for everything I did. I could not bear my father's temper and his screaming at you. I killed my father, Michael, and I killed your husband, David." The letter contained precise details about how they were poisoned with antifreeze, but what was strange about the letter was that it was printed. Even Ashley's name at the end was also printed. Ashley lay in the hospital between life and death, but fortunately Ashley woke up with her mother and the police presence. Stacy said, "I apologize and I love you." She left the room and the real interrogation of Ashley began. What happened was that when the police interrogated Stacy, she told Ashley that the police were trying to implicate them, and she urged her not to answer their questions. When the police actually tried to interrogate Ashley, she told her mother, so she offered a drink to Ashley despite her young age. Ashley said that she drank 1 cup and felt sick, and on the second day as well, she offered her a drink, and when she drank, she fainted, so her sister tried to wake her up to no avail. Imagine that a mother tried to kill her daughter. The police arrested Stacy in the hospital immediately. In 2009, the mother was tried a year after the attempted murder of her daughter. Ashley said that after everything her mother had done, she continued to look at her with a look of disappointment. After 3 weeks, it was discovered that Stacy had also forged David's will to be the sole beneficiary. She was sentenced to 54 years in prison. And it was a great shock that the police obtained information that it was possible that Stacy had killed her father in the same way, and in 2016 she died in prison.